Hey, welcome everybody to SketchUp on this beautiful Thursday evening. Tonight we have JT Molloy, Janimal, and Jyn Leonard is back on tonight. And we will take a short break and we'll return with you. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. Tonight we have JT Molloy and Jyn Leonard. Janimal will be joining us shortly. He's just getting off work right now, but should be here very shortly. JT, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I've got my little camera situated here. Here's
Hi,
my
guys.
face. Hi.
Hey, thank you. It's so good to see you. Are you guys hearing Mel okay, or is it coming in faint again?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is Mel coming in very faint,
Am I-
or is he?
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Oh yeah, no, you're coming in. Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Want to say hello to Rook Piece and Stevie B is in the house. Always glad to see you guys are there. Let's see, Stevie B writes, Mog without a drawing board, Mel with sleeves. What the is the world coming to?
We're having technical difficulties. My laptop is out of function right now, and my laptop was the one that actually had all the camera settings. So we quickly just jury-rigged Mel's cell phone onto this desktop that's still working. So that's why. And also Mel just came from vacation, so we probably need to do laundry. Not vacation, from the, what am I talking about, from the con?
Yeah,
Omaha Con, which was great, by the way.
And we did take a couple of days off to
Yeah.
check the place out. Very, very interesting place. So that's where all my 5 sleeveless shirts
Yeah.
are right now. They're in
It's
the
in laundry.
laundry, getting washed. But so don't worry, they will be making an appearance shortly after this. But if you haven't yet hit that follow button, help us get more followers on the show here.
But I
And,
am drawing.
We
I'm
just
drawing.
reached, I just saw a post from Nick Brucci who said we just reached 500 members. Woo!
500,
So
yes.
he's getting ready
That's
to.
in, that's in Nick's original art group.
Okay,
Nick
there
has a
you
group
go.
that just
So
talks
his
about
show,
the
he's
original
got
art on the
500 in-
experience.
And he's going to be giving something away. So pay attention. Yeah. So you definitely want to hit that follow button so that way you can keep up to date with when all that good stuff is going to happen. And you can continue to watch his show every Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, Nick
All right.
likes to post about y'all's show in the art group because he knows so many art buyers are in there and would like to come and watch y'all draw. So shout out to those guys for getting that group up to 500. The EXP is approaching 4,000.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here all the time and helping us to grow. We really, really appreciate that, and we do try to give you some wonderful content. And then we have some big things that are happening, and as soon as we get the word on that, we'll let you guys know. So another good reason why you want to hit that power button and stay tuned to the EXP. All right, so we've got JT here.
Yes,
And
Jay
let's
Clare.
get started to see what's on the auction board so that we can get these bids going.
Yeah, JT.
What are you working on, JT?
Okay, so I got these blanks of Amazing Spider-Man 6 from J. Scott Campbell's web store. I just got 2 of them. One of them's claimed already, so I figured I'd use the other for this show. And I've been in a Spider-Man mood. I think a lot of internet nerds found out recently that Mary Jane and Paul broke up, which is the very hated boyfriend online of from the Spider-Man comics. So I figured I'd give the fans a shout and draw Mary Jane with a wedding ring on her finger, Spider-Man embracing her. Thought it might be fun.
Woohoo!
That's what I really love. Because realistically, JT, if you think about it, right? Would you wait for a girl who's in a relationship? It's basically unrequited love for a long time.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then you're
right.
going to do her rebound. Aren't you worried about all of that? Realistically, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know.
From a
I
realistic
think it's
standpoint,
like,
yes.
you know, it got tested. You realized what you had, and you lost it, and now you have a second chance to be where you really want to be. I think that's a good thing. So congratulations to them. Anyway, so you're okay. So you're looking for a bid of $50 on that. It is on an Amazing Spider-Man sketch cover. Mary Jane is already looking hot on the cover there,
Thank you,
with
thank you.
Spider-Man coming up behind.
And as always,
So,
when somebody gets something from me, I usually toss in some of my own comics too, the Sapphire Spectre. So
right, and we'll be talking about that very shortly here. And we also tonight we have Jyn, who is
Hello.
you're working on a commission, correct?
Actually working on something I'm going to try to do for the one of the conventions I'm going to.
Okay.
So this one's not up for grabs tonight, but I do have a Jessica Rabbit and a Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. These are full color, and these are going to be up for grabs for 50 as a starting bid.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow.
Those are not going to
That's
stay at
insane.
50. Okay, if you know how
Yeah.
the bidding goes on Jyn's work, you know that get in on it, you might get lucky.
Look at the sparkles.
If you want to place the bid on that, go ahead and do so in the comments. So if you want the Tiana and the Frog, just type in Tiana and your bid. If you want Jessica, type in Jessica and your bid, and that'll get you on the auction board. Okay. And Mog, what are you working on, Mog?
You know, I really did not intentionally do this, but I know it's another Batgirl. This is not intentional, okay? It's just that the reason why I want Batgirl is because I want to do this on a black paper, as you can see right here. So it's gonna be black paper with white charcoal. Actually, it's in pastel, but yeah. So it's like a dynamic effect with lots of armor kind of stuff.
Okay, we got a bid from Mike Asbill, who's putting $50 on the Jessica. Good start there. And yes, Rook Piece, you did win the Batgirl. We did mail it to you. You should have gotten it by now. I hope you did. But Mog is stuck on Batgirl. And now she's doing a cyberpunk Batgirl.
Yeah, it's purely coincidental.
She says purely coincidental.
No, seriously, we were trying not to do Batgirl too much, but it just looked good as a Batgirl subject.
Oh, sorry. Stevie B has got the first bid on Jessica at 50. Sorry about that, Mike. So if you want to get in on that, we're looking for the next bid of 55 on the Jessica. Sorry, wow, Stevie. I didn't even notice your bid. You jumped in early on there. Usually you kind of wait a while.
Stevie B.
I guess he got excited.
You have very great taste. Always when it comes to Jyn, she's like, "Go Jyn."
Okay, so now our other guest, Janimal, will be here shortly. So he's going to be working on a Snake Eyes piece on a G.I. Joe blank sketch cover. And Janimal is a very interesting guy, and you're going to find that out tonight, along with his art. Starting bid on that piece is 40, which is the normal price of what he charges for this at the con. So, but what you're going to get is you're going to get a lot more than that. So, if you want to, I'm actually surprised like how low he sells his artwork for. But he's very happy to just do the artwork and get it out there. But if anybody wants to put in a blind bid of $40 to get that started, go ahead and do so in the comments. And boom, we got another bid on the. Is that for Jessica, Mike? I'm assuming it's for Jessica.
Because he put in the previous one 50 Jessica.
Right. That's
so now Mike is looking for 75.
But if you can just clarify that, Mike, just so that way we know for sure. We'd appreciate that. So all right, so we got those on the board. Mog has a black sheet of paper, nothing on it yet, so there's not much to show. But if you want to get on her Cyberpunk Batgirl, that starts out tonight at 150.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's more like samurai mashup cyberpunk. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah.
You get the idea. Yeah, it looks more like cyberpunk to me. Anyway, but so JT, Star Sapphire is your main series, right? Are you working on anything else, or is that the only project that you work on?
Sapphire Spectre, yeah.
Yeah, Sapphire Spectre. So
Oh, it's
tell us,
okay.
go ahead and tell us about that.
It's a
'Cause
common
you're up
mistake for
to
people to
issue
say
7
Star
now,
Sapphire
right?
or Silk Spectre. What's that?
You're up to issue 7.
Yeah, I have issue 7 printed. Issue 8 is going to get printed within the next few weeks. I just finished that issue 8 campaign about a month or two ago, and I'm ready to get going on shipping that. So, and printing it, obviously. My lovely wife Laura edited it the other day while we were out for breakfast and fixed all my stupid commas and everything, because that's literally the worst thing I do with my writing is I'm always like, all right, here we go. Like we go out to breakfast together. She edits my book and I go, oh, that comma's wrong. That comma's wrong. That comma's wrong. Like, she never has a problem with the syntax, but the commas themselves are horrible.
You just love those comments. So has she been working on that book with you from the beginning?
Not from the beginning. Well, like the old days of it were just like on Comixology Submit, where I had like a graphic novel or two. And my cousin used to edit those. But yeah, ever since we got together, she's been kind of my editor, and she gets credited. I let her know that she's in the credits page. So
How do you guys work together? Do you guys work well together?
oh yeah, totally. Sometimes I'm sitting there explaining myself to her, like she's like, "So what did you mean by this?" And I'm like, "All right, let me here, give you some context or whatever." But yeah, generally, yeah. But she doesn't want a lot to do with my comics career. She's got her own thing going. She's like a therapist and has a 9 to 5 and works. We both work from home. So, but she told me early on in our relationship, like, I don't want to be your comic book secretary. Like, you do your own thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, totally respect that. I understand that because I've seen a lot of people like kind of have their spouses be like, all right, you set up, honey, I'm gonna go get a hot dog, you know. It's like
Oh, that's me.
is this the
If
wrong
you
place?
read,
Is this the wrong place to say it?
No. It's okay. No, I'm not that bad, am I don't like.
I have no
Oh,
comment at
okay,
this time.
never mind. Mel is everything.
Oh shit.
If you read the comment by our producer, Mel's over here like, what's it like to not get yelled at? All right, and to answer this other question, you're asking if the piece that Jyn is working on is that going to be available? That's actually for she's doing that for a future con that she's going to be at in the future. But she does have a Jessica Rabbit that is you can bid on if you want to show that again, Jyn.
Yeah.
And the current bid on that is 75. Okay, Jessica Rabbit there. And the Tiana piece from Princess and the Frog is looking for a starting bid of $50 on that. Okay, so we got 75 on the Jessica Rabbit and looking for the opening bid of 50 on the Tiana. So if you want to bid on those, go ahead and put those in the comments. Okay. There you go. All right, so right, okay, she could do, there you go. That's all right, so we got all that. All right, so I saw, where was it at? San Diego Comic-Con. They had a panel by, that was put together by Eddie, and I hope I say this right, Angelini. He runs a couple local comic shops here in California. But his panel was about working couples in the industry. And I never knew about that panel, but man, that would be one that would be fun to be in. Because as you people might know, Mog and I would have a lot to say on that panel on how we get along, more like how we probably don't get along. We have a lot of bickering, but somehow we make this thing work. And this is what we do full time. Is that what you do full time too, JT? Are you a comic creator full time?
Now I am, yeah. I was let go from my television editing job about a year ago, and I spent about 20 years in that industry, and I'm kind of over it now. And luckily, my good friends April Reyna and Dustin Burnell over at Ethereal Comics,
Right.
just we get along really well. So I'm kind of like full time over there now. So I'm running their Kickstarters, and I am coloring their book Theater 7 and a bunch of other projects that we can't talk about right now. But yeah, I'm pretty much working daily with Ethereal Comics, so that's really cool of them.
Okay.
That is cool.
Just reading. I'm reading a comment in here. Mel and Mog, Jimmy and Amanda, Matt and Kelly Sue. That panel could be wild. You know what? If I get the chance, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'll do that panel. It'll be a fun. Because some people, when we do our panels, we do a live SketchUp panel at the shows, and that comes up. How do you guys work together, and how do you decide who does what? And you know, people are interested. They're curious as to how we can work together.
I'm actually curious for people who don't have the spouse or their husband support too. Doesn't it feel lonely? Because a relationship, a couple relationship, in my opinion, you're very tight because you sleep together anyway. You spend the longest time with that person. So does it feel lonely when they don't really care? I mean, not like this to this degree.
Right, for sure.
If you are alone, I'm just really curious about the psychology behind that.
I couldn't imagine that because Laura, my wife, is extremely supportive of what I do. To a fault, sometimes I think.
Okay,
Where
so
I'm like, oh, all right, well, she believes in me, I better believe in me and get going. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but like, but she just doesn't want to be like a part of it or whatever. But like, yeah, I can't imagine being in a relationship where like, you know, it's like watching a bad movie, you know, about a musician or something where the girlfriend is like you're never gonna make it as a rock star.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. I had so many. I don't know why, but I had actually in my earlier days a lot of musician friends, and most of them were guys, and their wives would get really insecure and say, if you go to this concert, I will divorce you, because they didn't like the fame or the spotlight on their men.
right.
Because there's more in their eyes, they can't be there all the time, so there's a lot of temptation in their eyes. So instead of pushing them to do more and more, they actually constrain them, and that made me sad looking at that.
Yeah, right.
But I'm glad to hear that with you, your wife is very supportive emotionally, right? At least emotionally.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like we are very positive to each other. Like that's one of the things I married her for is because I mean, very early on, like we kind of established a rule that we don't take cheap shots at each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really nice to be with somebody who is gonna talk things. If there's a problem, we'll talk things out with you in a mature way and won't just like insult you or something like that. I've had some bad relationships, you know, so like it's really
Mhm.
nice to know that uh like she is supportive and that like whenever there is a problem we can like easily talk through it and reach a solution.
Oh no.
Oh, here comes.
What's a cheap shot? What's
A cheap
that?
shot. Oh, do you not know? Okay, so that's like getting in an argument and then somebody's like, oh yeah, well you're short, you know what I mean, or
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Oh,
well you're
yeah,
ugly, you know what I mean, like,
like
or oh
yeah.
yeah, well your
You're,
mom
you're
controls you, you
too
know what I mean,
big.
like saying stuff that has nothing to do with the argument but like is just meant to rile you up.
oh,
Yeah,
like a child, like the children. Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, it's like
yeah,
children basically.
yeah. But those cheap shots can be hurtful depending on the
Oh god,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean
so
that's what they're meant for, you know, so like
yeah,
I'm glad that
they're
she
meant to
doesn't
be.
stoop to that, and like I'm glad I
Yeah.
don't have to either or anything, you know, so
Kyle is in here putting, oh yeah, what do you cook with too much salt? You might say that I cook with too. I actually don't use salt in my cooking, Kyle. I try. I use very little of it if I'm going to use it at all.
Too much salt. That's funny.
What about you, Jyn? Does it feel lonely?
Well, you guys are kind of putting me on the spot tonight because normally he's at work. He's sitting right here behind me right now.
Uh,
Don't say anything. We'll save that for the we'll save that for next time. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, he's
See, that's
he's
how you
been
know.
great
That's
with
how you
all of
know.
this.
That's how you know I mean it. Is she ain't here right now. So
Oh, you too? Did you say you too?
no, she's not. She's not.
Oh, okay.
She's out right now.
Oh, Matt is writing in. Do not hover.
I did not hover.
He's a lover, not a hover.
Yeah.
Yes, that is him in the comments.
TV is writing. Mel, does this mean you have been getting away with them for years? Oh yeah. They didn't know it until now. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yes. Let's talk about JT's project.
Yeah. So JT, tell us about Star Sapphire.
Sapphire Spectre is about a girl from
Spectre.
Chicago. This is the old elevator pitch I give at the cons. It's about a girl from Chicago who can die on command, enter the spirit world as her own ghost, fight evil, and return to her body and be alive again. So it's kind of a form of almost like an astral projection superhero that deals with like evil spirits and demons and stuff. So it's pretty fun, and I'm kind of like I grew up a punk rocker, so I've got like a punk rock vibe to it. Like, but it's not like a prerequisite to read it. Like, it's not like about punk or anything. It's just kind of the chosen aesthetic. And
Why did you choose that genre? Are you like super like supernatural type of nerd, like a diehard? Like, why did you choose that?
I would attribute it to me watching Ghostbusters way too much as a kid.
Okay. Yeah.
In like the 80s and stuff. And then I also kind of like had a couple of paranormal experiences myself, like when I was younger, and
Oh my god.
which
You
is
have to
like,
tell.
I know. Well, it's just weird because it's like I'm kind of a skeptic, but at the same time I can't like explain a couple of things that happened. So I'm like kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by that topic, but I never wanted to delve too deep into it, or I feel like I'd wind up in a mental hospital or something, you know.
Well,
Okay, so tell me about that unexplainable one that's like, oh, logically this doesn't make sense. Like, what was that one?
Basically
How old are you?
is like a long time ago. I was 15, and like me and
Yeah.
some friends were like kind of into that stuff, but it was mostly like kids play until one day it kind of got too real, and then I was like, I'm out. I'm never doing this again. Like we're trying to concentrate and see something walking down a hall late at night, and like something flew out at us and pushed us all against a wall. Like we flew back like 10 feet, and like I had like almost like an out of body experience, and I was like, what the hell was that? Oh my god. And then we like went into his bedroom, shut the door, and tried to go to sleep or whatever, you know. So
did you go to sleep?
it was really messed up. I barely could that night. I remember I couldn't. I didn't think I could for like a month. So I don't know.
For a month?
And then
Oh my god.
yeah, it was bad. And when I look back at it, I'm like, what even was that? You know what I mean? Like, I can't even like, I don't know, look back at it and be like, well, I was young or something, or I might have been a dog. Like, it's like, no, whatever that was really happened. So it always creeped me out. And I used to get sleep paralysis a lot too, and I would like see some weird shit. Like, I don't know. I just grew up like kind of interested in the supernatural, but like I said, I never really dove into it like to the point of becoming a ghost hunter or anything like that. But enough to make a comic book out of it, so there's that.
Oh, I had a lot of sleep paralysis growing up, but that was
Yeah.
because but when I moved, it disappeared completely. And that house was like 100 years old house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said they had 3 generations of different owners, or I think 2 generations at least lived and died there. So it was an old house, and then so I think that was tied in with it. What about you? Is your house old when you got the sleep paralysis?
I don't think it was that old, the house I grew up in. But it was yeah, I don't know. It was just so weird though. Like I remember like seeing like and I've looked this up since, and people have other people have seen this during sleeper houses too. It's like a black figure with red eyes, and it's like
Yeah.
almost looks like it's either got ears or a hat, and people call it the shadow person or shadow people.
Actually, yeah,
And
I've heard of that. That seems to be a common one.
yeah, and like once I found out that was common, it actually kind of made me feel better and more creeped out at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Better that other people are seeing it. That kind of helps to confirm what you're seeing, and you're not going crazy.
Right.
But worse
That's
because now
because there was
you
like
know that it's something,
yeah,
not
exactly.
just your
So
imagination.
it's like, oh, thank God I'm not crazy. Oh my God, I'm not crazy. You know?
Wow.
Oh my God, it's real.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Spooky.
that kind of thing could be. If it's like I don't know. Sometimes I think a lot of human behavior can be like explained by like us being in the wild or something, and it's like being afraid of like nature or animals like attacking us, and maybe that's like the sleep's way of telling us, hey, you're still vulnerable or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Did you ever have where during sleep paralysis, it's like you felt like your whole bed was shaking, but you can't move?
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
levitating, like levitation? Kind of?
Yeah, like or
Yeah.
it feels
Me
like something's
too.
standing on your chest or something, or like a pressure is on you. Like, yeah,
Oh, you can't move, of course. The whole time you can't move. But
right.
that's a given. But I'm wondering if you had those objects kind of and make noise and shit. Like if you had the
Yeah,
experience.
it did.
Okay.
It felt like it's almost like being in a wind tunnel or something. Like sometimes I don't know, but you still can't move.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Same. Same.
But yeah, little bits of
I see
levitation and kind of
Tamara in the
like
comments. I'm glad that you stopped by, Tamara. But supernatural and horror seems to be a topic that comes on the show a lot.
oh really?
If you like those kind of conversations, tune in.
You know, I have a theory. I think it's like if you're kind of an artistic inclination, maybe you're more intuitive and more sensitive to other senses, maybe. That's why
That's true.
maybe you and I we had similar experience like that, unfortunately. And it's really the location because look at you, when you moved out of that house, it all stopped, right?
Yeah, it has not. I mean, I used to get it more when I was younger, but like I guess even when I lived in my friend's basement for like a couple of years, like for about 3 years when I had my last job, then I moved back to my folks' house for a little bit, and then I moved in with my wife about 5 years ago. But like, so yeah, ever since I've lived in this place, it has not happened to me. Like this place
Yeah,
feels nice. Like I don't get any like Sixth Sense creepy vibes from this house or whatever, you know.
yeah.
So it's nice.
Matthew Ryan Lionheart writes Mog with a very Lovecraftian take on the supernatural. Oh yeah.
But the thing is, for me, because I think growing up, I had those experiences. I really don't like horror. What about you?
Yeah,
Can you watch horror movies?
I'm not the biggest horror fan. Like I'm okay, like I like horror. Like I actually go to like friends' houses like where we on Friday the 13th we watch like all the Friday the 13th movies or all the Leprechaun movies or whatever. So it's like I have a group of friends that are really into horror, but I myself am not a giant horror nerd. Like I didn't grow up
Yeah,
reading Fangoria or anything like that. So like
yeah,
um, but I do love the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I love, like horror adjacent things. Like some of my favorite movies are horror comedies, like Tucker and Dale or Ghostbusters or things like that. Idle Hands. uh,
yeah.
um, so yeah, it's like I have kind of a like horror's like not on my top 20 list of things that I love, but maybe it's in the top 50. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh my God! Like, see, like sometimes it hits too close to home though. Like, I saw like a documentary on like Netflix or something, like just a trailer for it about sleep paralysis, like 5 or 6 years ago, and the trailer was enough to be like, nope, Like, I was like,
Oh
I was like, they got it too right, Like the stuff they were showing in that, like the images they showed in stuff people were saying was, I was like, nope, not watching that. Like they got it too correct. Like it'll be too messed up for me.
All right, we're going to take a short break here, but if you haven't yet, head over to the EXP store and get your Mel's cosplay shirt. We still have a few left, so you want to make sure you get yours. Anyway, so we will be right back after this short break. Don't go away.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Hey, welcome back to SketchUp. We're here with JT Molloy and Jyn Leonard, and hopefully Janimal will be joining us here very shortly. Currently, we have on the auction block, trying to remember all this. Mog's working on a Cyberpunk Batgirl. Starting bid on that is 150. Doesn't really quite have anything.
Oh, I have some.
Okay, yeah. What do you have?
Kind of a headshot.
Can we see that? Where is that?
Can you see that?
To go closer, I think, to the screen.
How does that look? There, can you see that now? Okay, so yeah, we're looking for a bit of 150.
Ooh.
Not much to look at, but it's a start. Okay, and then we have Spider-Man and MJ from JT. Looking for an opening bid of $50 on that, and that is on a sketch cover. And Jyn is working on a piece for a con, so that is not up for auction, but
It's beautiful though.
she does have Jessica Rabbit, which currently has a current bid of 75. So we're looking for the next bid on that. And then she also has Tiana and the Frog from Princess and the Frog, looking for an opening bid of $50 on that. So if you want any of that, you want to place a bid on that, any of that artwork, you can do so and put that into the comments. Now, when Janimal comes in, he's got, he'll be doing Snake Eyes on a sketch cover, G.I. Joe sketch cover. And he started, his opening bid that he's looking for is 40. Right? So, and he'll have plenty of time to finish that. He's a very fast artist. Okay, so we're talking.
No, I don't know why, but Ilya had this thing. Comment says Mog doesn't do laundry.
How'd you know?
How did that conversation come to being?
How'd you know that, Ilya?
Or dishes or windows? Oh, Steve is saying, I'm guessing. How did this come about? Oh,
Keep going.
he said we're coming kind of hazy.
And go past. Well, it's probably because on a lot of times on the show, I say, "Oh yeah, I got laundry going," or "I'm cooking," and they don't really hear too much of Mog doing any of that. But once in a blue moon, Mog will do the laundry, and
Once in a blue moon, we'll do laundry.
yeah, and that's usually like when I'm sick.
That doesn't sound good at all, Mel. You make
And
me
then
not
once in a
good.
while, she will cook.
See, Mog, he's cooking and doing laundry. Like, this is a great guy right here. No wonder he shouldn't have any problems.
Okay, windows or dishes. You know, I actually clean sometimes the windows. You'll be
She
surprised.
does.
You'll be surprised.
I can remember one.
Or the dishes. I do dishes. Don't worry,
She
man. I
does
do dishes.
dishes. Yeah, but most of the time she just leaves it around for me to pick up.
Oh, if I do laundry, you know what I do? I do the big stuff like the bed sheets, the tedious big ones, like the once in a while you gotta do those big laundry.
Yeah, she's
The comforters, the pillowcases.
unspokenly, right?
Yeah.
So we entertain several guests that will come over, for various reasons. A lot of times it's for doing the local cons, right? So we have one bedroom that's available, which is actually my son's room, but he's hardly here. So that's turning into like a guest bedroom now. So whenever somebody comes in and then they leave, all the stuff gets washed out and stuff. And we do that right away because I just don't like leaving it waiting until somebody else comes in. I want it nice, clean, and set up. I'm not trying to say that we have like a super clean house, but just like things clean to a certain level. But so she tends to do all that, including with the rest of the bed sheets that we have. So that part she does. But I do all the rest of the laundry, towels, sheets, things like that, which is
Nice.
done on a weekly basis. Like right now, I got a load running because we just came back from the con. But anyway, I
Yeah,
digress.
yeah. Let's talk about JT.
Should we talk
Oh my
about should we talk about my laundry habits?
Yeah, JT. We know your dirty laundry.
Airing out my dirty laundry. No, we said we wouldn't do that live, so
Oh,
Well,
okay.
apparently Lewis.
no, I'm just
Apparently
playing.
Lewis is saying he's going to be banned for 2 months with him on here.
What?
The comment.
Oh, is it Torres? Is it Torres?
Yeah, Louis
Yeah.
Torres.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Like, dude, I feel like it's weird because it's like, yeah, CB Zane got banned from Facebook for posting a Sapphire Spectre cover he did. But anybody who knows me knows that, yeah, I work for Ethereal and I do naughty stuff over there. But my comic, Sapphire Spectre, is PG-13. It does not have nudity. It does not have anything weird or anything like that. So it's like, he posted like a PG cover and they hit him for that. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what the algorithm bot was looking for that day, but they banned him, like, because he was trying to promote my Kickstarter with his cover and posted a PG cover. And so like I felt so bad. Like it's like it wasn't technically my fault because like it's just Facebook being crazy, but like just because I was involved, I felt like guilty somehow. So I was like emailing him and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, are you okay? Like, what can I do? Like, I'm so sorry.
For 2
And
months?
Luis,
2
yeah,
months?
for 2 straight months. He tried to make another account and like they got rid of that too, but they gave him his real one back, so that's nice. He's back. But like yeah, Louis has been writing me about it in comment
That's
sections and
really
stuff. He's like, JT's dangerous
Wow.
or whatever. I'm like, yeah, me, okay.
that's really scary.
I
Thank you.
know, right?
2 months.
I think the last time I wore a beef T-shirt was about 25 years ago. That's a long time. That was before Mog. I met Mog too.
A what t-shirt?
But a beef T-shirt because Matthew's right. You know, Mel should rock that Mr. Clean look. Get an earring. It could work.
Oh, those are dumb.
I've been thinking about the earring thing.
Don't do earring. You look really. Actually, no, that won't match your look. It looks. You look really not good.
I thought about an earring for a long time, but decided against it. I was the type of guy that I did wear like a lot of gold chains, that kind of stuff. I had a lot of gold. But different things would happen to them, and I just stopped wearing them. Like I didn't like wearing gold for like a long time, but my mom gave me this one gold chain with a cross on it, and I said I would wear that for her, and I still do. Just not as often now, but yeah. So my fad with the gold has passed. Anyway, let's get back into this comic book here.
When are we going to get back to
JT, tell us more about it. Like, who's the antagonist? What's that about?
Yeah.
What kind of battles does your character have to fight, etc.? Give us a little more meat on this thing.
Yeah, so Sapphire Spectre, so she can like form these two weapons with her spiritual energy. When she goes into the ghost world, she's almost got kind of like a battery. Like she's got X amount of spiritual energy. I mean, she could sit there as long as she wants, but if she expends way too much of it, she'll get a little weaker, have to go back to her body for a recharge. But she always makes these two little weapons that are shaped like S's. Like I'll draw them for you here. It's like I call them her S blades, and the way you draw them, because some people get it wrong, but that's okay because it's very easy to get wrong. But it's like you draw a circle and then you take two ovals out of it, you know. So it's like so now it's an S. So it's like that's the blade she holds onto.
Okay, I get it.
It's like
That's
she
so
grabs like two of them, and like she can throw them around like kind of like discs or use them like in melee combat up close and stuff like that.
Wait, so that specifically, I mean, of course it hurts people, but is that for like spirits?
Yeah, it's mostly spirits. Like she doesn't fight normal crime or whatever. Like one kind of thing I do is that like her body is under like a layer of like spiritual energy for protection when she goes into her dead form, you know, like when she kind of astral projects, so that her body is kind of protected while she's in the spirit world. So if somebody walks up to her and you know tries to like punch her or something while she's like out cold, her body's out cold, like it won't do anything. It'll reverberate off of like a thin layer of spiritual energy. So that's kind of like my, I don't know, little way of like protecting her body. But like I also rode around it sometimes where I'm like, okay, so there was this evil girl that she was like trying to make a better person, but it failed because this girl is miserable and horrible and turns out to be her worst enemy, the Violet Void, eventually, who can do the same thing she does. But at some point, that lady, like, while she's in her Spectre mode, like, picks up her body, ties a chain around it with a rock, and tosses it into Lake Michigan. So when she goes back to her body after a Sapphire Spectre fight, she's suddenly drowning and can't do anything about it, you know. So
that's like
always
awesome. That's good because it sounds like to me you did a lot of world building, unlike a lot of other people. They just kind of do a basic world building and then they'll say, "I'll make it up as I go." But it sounds like you kind of like did a lot of research before this whole thing. Like you decided on an extensive power level or something like that. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Less so much reason. I mean, I know what you mean, but like, I definitely like world build did before I came up with even the original story. I was like, okay, well, like, what are the rules? Because like, you can't just like willy nilly at it. You have to be like, okay, can she do this? And if she can do this, then why can't she do this? And then you got to figure out why she can't do that. You know what I mean? So I have it so that the spiritual world like affects the real world, but only in moments of high spiritual concentration. So it's like she's invisible, but if she like uses her powers really hard, or there's like a fight with a particularly powerful ghost, then they might become visible in the regular world because like they're exuding so much spiritual energy that it like kind of shows up there as an echo, you know. So there's tons of little
How much did
instances like
how
that
much
where
did
I
you
actually
study?
fleshed it out. What's up?
Like, what did you study just specifically, like a lot of like spirit energy type of thing? Where did you study that from? Did you study up the kind of,
That's I mean, because I mean spiritual energy, you know, despite what a new age person might tell you, is not an exact science. So like I just take the general kind of consensus that people have, like if you think of like you go to like an old house and like you go to the basement and there's just something, you just feel something off about it, you know what I mean? You're like, wow, something, I'm getting a bad vibe down here. So it's like people go
yeah,
off vibes and energy and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, so that's what like a demon will be, because I'm not doing heaven and hell. I think that's been like done enough times and stuff like Spawn or whatever. So I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
uh
yeah.
Mercy Sparks, blah blah. But like so I'm like, I have like kind of an agnostic approach to like ghosts. So it's
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
like when you die, you leave behind a spiritual self if you have unfinished business. And when you finish your unfinished business, you can cross over to the afterlife, the afterlife, but nobody knows really what that is. So like it could be heaven or hell, or it could be just the universe you're returning to, or you know what I mean? So I leave it kind of vague on purpose just so that I don't have to like get into that kind of stuff. And then like when I talk about demons, I don't talk about them in a Christian way. I talk about them in like a like like if you picture all that negative energy that's like in a you know like a bad basement, or if like somebody like beats their kid or something, like then they give off some negative energy, and then this stuff like flows around the spiritual world, eventually forms together and forms like a semi-conscious being that I call a demon in the story, so that like it's basically a collection of negative thoughts, feelings, energy, and you know things like that. So
That is cool.
What do you have like a main source of reference that you use to develop that kind of magic world and what you're drawing from?
I don't really. That's kind of one of the nice things about um like for instance, I have a friend, uh one of my best friends since I was a kid. He's very autistic, but like very high functioning autistic, and like very 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 smart when it comes to science, you know. And he like studies science, and he is a sci-fi writer, and even recently got like published in Analog and stuff. Like
Wow.
cool guy, John Markley. If you want to look him up, look up his his writing. But what's amazing about his stuff is that he when he creates his sci-fi worlds, he actually like builds entire planets like in his head or on paper, like out of like, okay, so like how far is the sun from this planet? What kind of vegetation would they have? If it rotates this way, what kind of waves does it make? And you know what I mean? It's like he knows like the science down to a T, like before he even writes a story. And his stories are good. So it's like world building on a scale that a legit sci-fi writer that is amazing at science
Hmm.
uh is really admirable to me, but I am not that guy. So like basically I am kind of happy the fact that I'm doing a ghost story, because ghosts are to most people not real. So
Hmm.
I get to kind of make it up as I go along, or at least just like take a thing or two from folklore, or like things that people sometimes think are true, but like might, you know, like there's still like room to play with it, you know.
So it's drawn from your own personal experiences, what you've heard, stories that have been told, that have been going around, and so forth. Pretty much
Yes.
everything that's around is urban legends and everything else.
But still, that's like your also comfortable knowledge base, just like that John Molloy, John Markle. I don't know. what if
Yeah.
you
Friend.
roughly your friend's name?
Mhm.
Because he's comfortable with that knowledge, so you're basically drawing from that knowledge too. I think
Well-
you're doing equally the same type of thing, but just different subject matters.
No, I don't think it's the same at all
It's not the
because
same.
no, with the sci-fi world building, you have to be more. You have to be able to apply the sciences to make sure that the world that you're trying to bring everybody into makes sense to
It's
some
true.
degree. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
To some
I
degree,
know
it
enough
has
about
sense.
basic science and inertia and things like that to like,
Right.
like sustain like normal amounts of physics when the real world is applied, or like even certain spiritual elements. But like,
Right.
but a lot of it I get to make up. But actually, what's fun is the stories themselves. Now that I'm thinking about it, like the very first issue that I kickstarted was about the Congress Plaza Hotel in Chicago. I call it something else in there. I just call it the Chicago Plaza Hotel and don't show any logos because like legal reasons. But like I actually like heard that that's like the most haunted hotel in Chicago, so I like did some research on it about like a woman in the 20s or 30s who like threw her children out the window or something, and like there's this room that's like sealed off like completely, like nobody's allowed in there, like it's like they painted over the walls like because and like people are always like what is in that room or whatever, like, and there's all kinds of mob theories or like evil theories or whatever. And like so many people have had supernatural experiences at that hotel that like I was like, oh, okay, I got to do this. So I kind of like sometimes I'll look up local folklore and kind of like write a story around it and put my own twist on it. I did the same thing with the Mothman in the 7th issue because there have been a lot of Chicago centric sightings of Mothman related stuff lately.
Yeah.
Mel and Mog, you should remind me when we're in Baltimore to take you to the haunted hotels that I visit when I'm there.
Don't excite me like that.
The Admiral Fell Inn is the most haunted location on the East Coast. And I've
Wow.
actually walked through the hotel at night with an audio recorder going, so what did you fall into? Trying to piss the ghosts off to see if they would come and bother me. And then the Lord Baltimore Hotel, there are many stories of people throwing themselves from the roof at the start of the Great Depression. So it is also incredibly haunted.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
You know what that reminds me?
Plus, like,
I don't know if Mog will
it's
go,
like
but
I'll
I'm
take you to
in.
the catacombs. I'll take you to the catacombs where Edgar Allan Poe is buried and some of that stuff too. So
Okay, Mog might be interested in that.
But that reminds me, there was a Stephen King short story book I read, and these 3 friends, like 2 boys and 1 girl, goes in, and the main character, he's like the artistic, sensitive one, and the girl is like also kind of very sensitive, spiritual, and the 3rd friend is the engineer, just math guy, super practical, no nonsense dude, and they go in to this haunted kind of place. And it was the freaking the engineer guy who got the ghost experience.
Mm.
Yeah, and that was
Oh, really?
interesting how the least likely person seemed to actually have it. I mean, in the story, but I just found it kind of interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually,
Okay.
you know what I would recommend? If anyone is a YouTube addict like I am, I have a lot of rabbit holes I go down on YouTube especially when I'm drawing in the middle of the day and all that stuff,
Yeah.
There's I know just saying the word BuzzFeed like makes people groan, but it's BuzzFeed adjacent. It's called BuzzFeed Unsolved Mysteries or something. I'm pretty sure it's like
Uh-huh.
BuzzFeed Mysteries. I don't know. But like it's just the name. Like the 2 guys who do it are actually really entertaining, and they do like supernatural investigations, and one of them is like kind of a snide hipster that doesn't believe in ghosts, and the other is kind of like more like a Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters, kind of enthusiastic guy about ghosts. So it's kind of funny
Yeah.
watching the 2 of them go on ghost hunts on this little YouTube show, and it's very entertaining, very funny, but also pretty like informative too, and like I don't know, just neat, like the stuff they go on or whatever. Like m- mostly just because like it's fun to have a skeptic on one of those shows, because if you're just sitting there watching like I don't know, Zach Baggins or whatever, and like just a bunch of people like just like constantly going like, oh my god, like there's ghosts everywhere, bro, like it gets kind of it gets kind of
Yeah.
like grating, but like it's kind of fun to watch one where somebody doesn't believe and the other person does, and they're just kind of ribbing off each other, so it's entertaining.
Yeah, that's how it's basically X-Files, Scolder and Molly. It's, I mean, not Scolder and Molly.
Oh
Mulder.
yeah,
Scully.
it is. It's kind of like a real world version of that. It's pretty fun.
Mulder and Scully. I can't believe
But
it.
even the believer guy has a sense of humor about it, so I don't know.
That car is
It's
cool.
fun. It's nice.
And
I feel like you guys have
that?
invoked the Winchesters a little too much tonight.
Oh, Supernatural. Yeah, oh, that's your figure. That's your.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the car.
you
Yep.
actually have the car. Oh, cool.
And the Dean.
She's a big fan.
Yep.
Oh, who are you more fan of? Are you a fan of Sam or the other brother, Dean?
Dean.
You found Dean
Yeah,
together.
Sam and Dean.
Yeah.
As most are.
Why do you like Dean?
I am getting ready to scan that image so I can send it off to another colorist, but I'm going to color it as soon as I finish scanning it.
What's funny is I've never actually
Okay.
seen Supernatural,
Right,
the
so-
TV show.
So in your comic book, JT, is there a major antagonist?
I would say so, yeah. Like the villain of like the old series, the one that I'm gonna like eventually like kickstart those old graphic novels into a collection. But there used to be a guy who
Mhm.
was a lot like a sleep paralysis demon, like with red eyes, a black figure, and a black hat. And
Interesting.
but I've actually like she defeated him, and I've got a new one called the Violet Void, who I mentioned briefly, but she is like a just like she's got the powers of Sapphire Spectre, but she's an utter sociopath, and she just like blames her for everything that's wrong with her life, even though it's not her fault. And
Mhm.
like she can do everything she can, but I also sometimes kind of dislike when villains are just mirror images of the other character. So I wanted to have a twist with it, and it's like that she got her powers from like a more synthetic source full of like demonic energy, and it's actually draining her life. So she has 1 year to live, and she is doubling down on murdering Sylvia slash Sapphire Spectre because she knows, screw it, I'm gonna die anyway, so I might as well go full jerk mode and like ruin
Yeah.
her life and stalk her. You know what I mean? So like I kind of am giving
Okay.
like her like a I'm dead anyway, so I might as well just do this kind of vibe.
You know, what is I know, like for example, does the main character in your world like a magic system? Is there a price every time you do the power? I feel like there should be a consequence for a power. Like, what's the equivalent of the? I don't know if you have a price for using powers. Like for her, she has to always have an outer thing.
Yeah, I mean the price, the power is basically just something to get her in the ghost world. But like I said, she does kind of have like a almost like a spiritual battery. So like it does drain, and she has to go back to her body. So she can't just do anything, everything all the time. Um, so she gets in situations where she's a little in over her head and like has to get out of a situation or has to stay in it sometimes actually. So there's definitely ways that I've managed to get the vulnerability out of like the fight scenes and things like that,
Cool.
and vulnerability as a character, because I like
Exactly.
that she's not like just a total Mary Sue that can just do whatever. Like
Yeah.
I try to base her off my own personality and the personality of like my sisters that I grew up with and their best friends and stuff. Like I just see the way that they would interact, like, and because like my younger sister like got into punk rock like I did, so it's like her and her best friend were little hooligans growing up, like kind of street punk girls. And I kind of base the relationship that the main character has with her best friend in the comic, like kind of just off their dynamic they had, like just kind of like the goofy stuff they would do. So sometimes like Sylvia and more so her roommate slash best friend Melissa are kind of like distillations of all the punk girls I knew growing up.
That's so interesting how, like, for you as a guy, naturally, like, if I think of a story, I always have the girl as the main character, usually, majority of the time. But you chose a girl as a character. So, hey, Janimal.
How are you?
Good.
How was the rest of Omaha?
The rest of Omaha was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Loved it there. Did a lot of walking. Yeah, wouldn't mind going back, eventually.
There's a lot of places worth looking at next time.
Mm-hmm. Right, let's everybody's like kind of curious, so we're gonna go around the room and take a look. And gentlemen, you got your snake eyes ready to show? Okay, so that's what he's working on there. We're looking for a bid of 40 on that. So if you want to place a bid on that, you can do so in the comments. And then we go to Mog to take a look at what she has on the. She's got quite a bit done this time on the Cyberpunk Batgirl. Looks like she's gonna be doing a lot more on that still. So she's a long way from getting that piece done. Looking for a bid of 150 on that. Right now on JT's Spider-Man and MJ, that currently has a bid of $50 from Ilya. Okay, thank you for that, Ilya.
Oh, cool.
And that's going on very, very nicely. We are looking for the next bid on that. And then we have Jyn, who has 2 pieces up. She's putting up tonight. We have Jessica Rabbit, currently has a bid of 75. We're looking for the next bid on that of 80. And then we also have Tiana and the Frog from Princess and the Frog, already colored, ready to be delivered. Looking for a bid of 50 on that. Okay, so you want to place a bid on that? Go ahead and do so in the comments. That'll get you on the board. All right, Mog, which Batgirl are you doing? Which Batgirl is that?
I don't know. There's so many Batgirls now. But I took I took the idea of the Cassandra Cain because all the Batgirls, Cassandra Cain has a extra, what would you call, a mouthpiece. So you only see it literally like her. Yeah. So you can do close up everyone.
Oh, that's
I love Cassandra Cain as Batgirl.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that cyberpunk-ish in
And General, can we see your piece one more time? Somebody's asking to look at it again.
Give me like 5 minutes and most of the lines will be put in. He's at karaoke.
Okay, so there we have it. And then let's see. We all know it's really Paul who's wearing it. Okay, Paul who's wearing the Spider-Man costume. Okay.
What's he singing? What's he singing?
I think it's going to be Sounds of Silence.
Nice.
Oh,
is what will be on the monitor.
That's not what I expected.
A lot of people have been doing their take on a Sound of Silence, and there's some pretty good. The most recent one.
This is the issue 21, the silent issue. So I was like, that would be.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
so
That makes sense.
I saw this guy. They call him the Viking singer, who has a very deep voice, and he did Sound of Silence, right? And damn, it's good. You can look that up on YouTube. The Viking singer. Let's see. Show the back. You want to see the Batgirl again? He only wants to see. Gotta drop.
Prototype. I'm gonna try to.
Thanks, Mike, for dropping by.
Link a camera phone to the thing. I'm gonna add a bit of like a samurai modern punkish.
Kind of looks like it's on the 11 by 17, but it's a 9 by 12.
No, 8.5 by 11.
Okay, it's your regular standard size paper. Okay, there you have it.
Mog, if you just want to join the broadcast room with that from that other phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it.
We can just keep it off screen until you're ready to show your piece, so you can get a good shot of it.
Okay.
If you want.
Thank you so much. I'll do it.
No problem.
Okay, so there you go. We have all that there. Janimal just came back from Omaha, just like we did. We had a good time there.
I got to fly first class. It was very,
you did?
I can't go
Well,
back to coach.
we had a 5-hour layover in Denver.
Oh, what
No.
happened?
No, more than that.
No, Mog. Okay, it was originally a 5-hour layover, and that's fine. Okay, because we have access to the United Club Lounge,
That's good.
so we could like eat, sleep there, and kind of just chill. Okay, but then the flight got delayed by an additional 4 hours, so we were in that airport for 9 hours before the plane took off.
That's
So we
this
were
is
pretty
on Wednesday.
Huh?
This is on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, that was.
So I had no idea like what was going on. They kept telling us they're waiting for the pilot and stuff. They were playing actually pilot musical chairs. They kept reassigning pilots to the plane, but finally they got one. They have to do a pre-check that takes, and it's mandatory. It takes about like half an hour to do. So we had still ended up waiting a lot before
I
we
don't
got home.
understand how like we have to find a pilot. Like, hey, you look like you could fly a plane. Come on.
Yeah, I know how they have their backups and stuff. So I know they have that, unless they went through them all.
The answer to that question actually is that pilots are like semi-truck drivers. They're only allowed to be on the plane or on a plane for 13 hours out of every 24. So
And
if
they're
they're
drunk.
on the plane and the flight
Yeah,
is
they're drunk.
delayed, that time still counts. It's not in the air time. It's on the plane time.
That is correct. And didn't find a cat dancer. Not really sure what you mean by that, Stevie B. But I was not. You know what disappointed me, and I shouldn't be. Okay, is that we went to 2 places that serve sushi. Sushi there is beautiful. It's gorgeous, great presentation. Just doesn't taste as good though.
The landlocked state. Like I live in Arizona, and I question the sushi here sometimes.
You know, it's kind of strange when they have a specific, like you have a 3-page sushi menu, and only a small section says separately raw. That means by default everything is cooked.
Yeah.
The fish to rice ratio was very low. I might add to that as well. So a lot of times I felt like I was just mainly eating rice, which I like rice. I love rice, but I would like to taste the fish that's supposed to go with it, or the crab or whatever.
We went to the sandwich place that I met the owners when I was flying out there. And we actually ran into Jim, George, and the rest of their team. They were having lunch on the way out, and it was very crowded. So Block 16, highly recommend if you're back in town to hit them up.
I did see that they had some good write-ups on it. So
yeah,
that's
they run
definitely on my
dives
radar.
and dives.
Mm-hmm. But of course, the steaks, the beef,
I know.
good.
I miss that.
Mm-hmm.
We ate very well, you and I.
We had some good meat there, that's for sure.
Yeah, so like Chris and I were able to walk around, and there was a mini golf lounge, there was axe throwing next door to it, there was karaoke. So I would go back just to do all those things.
Yeah, Fong should have joined you guys because she loves doing karaoke.
I know. I really want to do like comic artist karaoke just to see, like, look, see, we don't just draw, we can sing.
You should do
That'd be
that
pretty awesome.
at the
That should
con.
be like an after hours panel. I would so do for Phoenix.
Do an after hours thing. Just say, hey, we're going to be over here doing karaoke. You're going to get a ton of people show up. I know.
Oh, I know.
That was a big thing here at cons in the Midwest for a long time.
What, karaoke?
After hours karaoke.
Oh yeah.
You know who's actually low key great at karaoke? Ryan Stegman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was he?
No way.
Oh my god.
Now that would be cool.
Really? No way.
There's only 2 songs.
He does.
Awesome.
That would even be even better.
That's so freaking awesome.
He does
There's
like
only-
the spoken word songs. Like he did Monster Mash one year at a karaoke event I was at, and he's done like William Shatner's version of Rocket Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
You know, but he gets real into it. It's really fun. The other one that's great is Brian O'Halloran, Dante from Clerks,
I can see that.
is insanely good at karaoke.
See that, Janimal, for you should plan that for Phoenix Fan Fusion.
I know, I will.
next
I might
year.
tell Zach, I'm like, I will do
that.
do
You
it.
know.
I have a list. I carry a list with me in my wallet of like, these are the 20 songs that I can sing pretty comfortably and get through. And like I sing, like Filipino by rule, you have to know how to sing.
Mm-hmm.
There's two I'm awesome at, and it is Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful Life.
That's one of them.
And I do the voice and everything. Oh, see clouds are white, like that. And then like whatchamacallit, Mother by Danzig.
That's a good one. I do Delilah Tom Jones.
Nice.
And like it's a really good song. Like, it's a hard one to sing. And then when you listen to the words, you're like, oh, that's not good. And because he kills his girlfriend. And then like Suspicious Minds by Elvis. And then I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Nice.
And to kill the vibe, I will bust out like Oklahoma. Like I'll do show tunes because they're just like, what?
My karaoke go-tos are Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy
Nice.
Joel.
Nice.
Lover You Should Have Come Over by Jeff Buckley.
Okay.
And Walking in Memphis by Mark Cohen.
Oh wow, really?
I like that song.
Wow.
I was only a professional musician for 20 years, so it's not like it's hard.
Oh my god. Okay.
Maybe
I will
you should
do,
step
I'll
that
do
up with
Spoonie.
Baltimore,
Spoonie
Kyle.
makes the rotation.
After hours karaoke.
Like comic oki, like we would call it comic oki.
Kamikofi.
Comic
Oh, that's
Oki.
brilliant. Okay.
Comic Oki, yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, pretty sure there will be a lot of people there. All right, there you go. And we got a bid on the Tiana, on Jyn's Tiana for 50 from Stevie B. Thank you for that, Stevie.
Mel, do you want the other
Still looking
ones?
for a bid on Janimal's Snake Eyes and Mog's Batgirl.
What do you want me to show the two that I brought as the
Yeah,
claims?
go ahead. And let us know, like, what are you asking for them?
I think it was just
Is that 40 as well?
Yeah, 40. Just
Okay,
yeah,
so what is this here?
It's that one. And then I'm reaching into my 90s. So it's that one
There you go.
and that one.
With the prod. Okay.
So you have to sing goes, why are there so many songs about Asgard and how to cross the Bifrost? So for an extra 10, I will record that on your phone so you can play it whenever you look at it.
Wow. All right, there you go. He's looking for $40 on any of those. And those are claim sales, not auctions. So if you want that, just go ahead and say so in the comments and we will hook you up. Let's see, Matthew writes, you should do It's a Wonderful World as Danzig. Whoa.
Yeah. I see clouds of white. Red roses too.
Got to do that. Man, that could open up new doors if you start having karaoke at the cons. All these
I'm pretty sure like if it should already
professional
be a
karaoke
thing.
people would show up. There's a lot of karaoke
I saw
things at the
Danzig's
con.
reunion with the Misfits, and they were way better than they had any right to be. It was
Wow.
so good.
Yeah. Janimal, tell us about you. Yeah, this is the first time we've had you on the show.
Yes, and thank you for having me. One, it's really cool to be here. I've been on the other side of the table since 2013. First I was just doing prints, but then I met up with a publisher in New York. So I'm from New Jersey. But I live in northern Arizona right now, and it's really hot out here. So being in Omaha was really nice. But Yeah, I started. I met up with a small publisher in 2013 when I was working in New York, and it started off with I did like a 5-page filler story in one of their books, which led to then doing a 14-page story of my own character creation. It's like so. I'm the father to a. He's now 16. He's a high school junior. But at the time when he was born, in the dialect, Poggy means handsome. So it's the Adventures of Poggy Boy and Big Brown Monkey, and basically it was my love letter to Calvin and Hobbes because I'm a Bill Watterson, Gary Larson, disciple.
I love Bill Watterson.
I had a book. I had a comic book. I could do shows, and I was like, I've earned the right to be on this side because I have comics. So that just led to collaborating with other people, and then 2014 I moved to Arizona, and where I live in northern Arizona, comic shops are not nearby, whereas back east in New York, you could throw a rock and you'd hit like 3 shops. In New Jersey, when I lived there, I could get in my car and be at a comic shop within 20 minutes. So I built my tribe. I built my reputation in the area. It's a big fish, small pond where I'm the cartoonist in town, no matter what. So then I just started doing shows out here, and I try to do one out-of-state show a year if I can, because you want to play the music outside of your garage to see how it sounds. So I've got many people. I got to meet you and Mog, which has been really great the last 2 years. Phoenix Fan Fusion is my big show that I do it. I've done it the last 5 years as an invited guest, so that's been really nice. And I will eat my body weight in all the food in the green room.
And that is a very good green room. They have some really good food.
Especially when they had the veggie lasagna one year, I was so full. I'm like, I just couldn't. I was trying to draw, and I'm like, I'm sleepy. It's fine. But yeah, that's me.
So, is there a regular book that you put out?
I have comic book ADD, and so it's a lot of one shots. Like my new book is called The Librarian. As you can tell behind me, I'm at work right now because internet where I live is very kind of spotty. So I'm in town, but I work at a library, and it's just these weird one-panel gags of living in things you encounter working in a library. Some of them are true, some of them are kind of fabricated, but the humor has played all over the state. And when I meet other librarians, and they're like, "Hey, that was really cool. Yeah, I can relate to this or that."
Nice.
There you go.
The brisket was already cooked, Mel. All I had to do was heat it through.
Okay. I'm reading Stevie V's comment. Janimal where Janimal lives, he just has to throw a rock. 30 seconds later, it'll hit the floor of the Grand Canyon.
That is about an hour and a half away, but yes. I live in Sedona. So it's very pretty. It's a lot of red rocks. And it's very hot.
Janimal, I actually bought a paint tube, and they harvest the rocks from Sedona, and they grind it, and I use it as a paint. It's really nice color.
Do they though?
Yeah, it's a reputable. Yeah, no, they really are. It's a reputable, expensive American brand paint company, and they would actually have sword sights for it.
I didn't believe it until I paid for it. Yeah. And man, did I pay for it. It was not cheap.
And they call it genuine Sedona. Genuine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. There's a local art store here, Art Paint Draw, that I discovered. So I try to buy from them because I want to support local. And they have most of the things that, I need and I want. And I'm like, order me these pens. I'll just, I could go to Amazon. I could go drive to Blick in the Valley, but I'd rather not just drive to a store. Daddy wants his toys now.
Nice. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, it's good.
JT, you're in Chicago, right?
Yes, I am. That is the 2 times I've met you guys, is when you were in C2E2.
Yeah.
This most recent one and the one 2 years ago or before that, I forget.
Yeah, I know I've seen you there, but I just wasn't sure if that's where you're from.
Yeah, it is. I grew up in right on the south side in a suburb called Oaklawn, and now I live in the far west suburbs.
Yeah, I know Oaklawn. Used to be a really good comic books store
Oh,
there
you know,
back in the 90s. I'm not sure if it's still there or not.
10th Planet.
I forget the name. If I went there, I'll know.
Wait, are you talking about?
But it's owned by a guy that I used to deal with back in the 90s.
Where, in Chicago?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So local ones around me growing up were Alternate Reality, 10th Planet, and then later on, my friend Carmelo Chimera had Chimera Comics, and there were one or two other ones, but I think they closed pretty fast.
I
Yeah, I don't know.
think
I got a bunch of graham crackers out by me now, so that's pretty cool.
okay.
Is alternate reality? Aren't they also in Vegas, or that's a different one?
I think
Do
it's
they
a
have one out
different.
there? I'm not sure.
I think it's a different one.
I know
think- I think-
there's a Vegas Valley Comic Book Arts Festival. It's November 1. It's a library show, but it's it's a one day, or it's been going on probably almost, I think they're year 11. That's a show that I like to do every other year just because it's Vegas, and either if I drive or fly, I'll try to do a show at a store like a bit the next day and then drive home. So at least like whenever I try to maximize, if I'm here in this place, what else is there that I can do, and then
Sure.
yeah, because these trips ain't cheap.
Have you ever done the amazing one in Las Vegas?
Who, me? Not yet. I want to. I don't have a name to drop. Like I'm not a Marvel or DC guy. I'm not just a small indie guy, but I feel like I asked, like, can I be a guest, please? Like, I will sing for my supper. Like I did, for Fan Fusion, I did 7 panels over 3 days.
Mhm.
I just tell them, just stack me at the bottom of the day so that I can at least sell during the day, and then the last 2 hours I don't mind disappearing because I have somebody. My son is old enough now that he knows what daddy does when daddy's not at the day job, and so he's my roadie. He's he can sell like nobody's business. And then when I'm back from my panel, I'm like, go have fun. Just come back when I need you, and then you just got to feed them. Just feed teenagers. It's the best.
Nice. And JT, do you do any shows outside of Chicago, or do you just stay local?
I've been meaning to do a whole lot more shows. I'm gonna get the chance with Ethereal because Dustin sends April all over the place, and he tells me he's gonna do the same to me eventually. So I will get outside of the Midwest eventually. I've done some here and there in like neighboring states or like kind of close by. Like I've done Cincinnati before, and I actually drove down to Nashville to do one with Dustin about 3 years ago. I've been meaning to do more, but I am doing
Chicago. However, there are so many cons that you can drive to from Chicago. I mean, some of them are kind of like smaller because you got Madison and Milwaukee there too, 2 major cities. Detroit is not too far. You got Gen Con in India. I think that's in Indiana. That's not too far away.
It is.
I don't know how good that
goes
con
there.
is.
It's more of a board game one.
So
Tabletop,
it is more gaming. But it has this start as a like Dragon Con.
Right. I'm doing one on Sunday that I'm stoked for. It's just a local bar thing. Like I'm a member of this little street team, oddly enough, run by a guy named John Street with Z. So if anybody like is looking for local vending stuff, hit that guy up in this Streets Alliance Facebook group. And so that's gonna be cool. Like we're doing that at like a local pub in or brewery in a suburb I live right nearby. So
okay.
So you could call it BrewCon.
Yeah, BrewCon.
I like those. Like I like outside the box places where you're like, I wasn't expecting to see you. I've done really well at a holiday craft fair.
Nice.
Because the market were the kids who were just like, I look at this, I want this. Or mine was the husband who's like, why am I at the holiday craft fair? I want to watch sports. And they'll walk by the table and like, oh, this looks familiar. Okay, this is comic books, and then they'll buy something.
Right.
But that's probably the one where I'm like, wasn't it, it was a low cost table. I was like, we just roll the dice to see what happens, and it was a good time.
Exactly. I never don't have fun at a con.
Yeah.
Like I do well, I do poor, whatever. I swear to God, I just love the atmosphere. Like
Yes.
I've been doing this for a few years now, and like the cynic in me has not taken over. I'm still just like a kid in a candy store, even on either side of the table, you know.
I like a sports card show, oddly enough, did really well at.
Oh, really? Nice.
Because it's adjacent enough to you know, to like, oh, that's cool. And then if you just do a bunch of like draw a bunch of sports mascots, people will buy it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, there's a bit of a crossover, more than people would think,
Yeah.
between like superheroes and sports. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, there is that in you know, with the sports, if they allow like other cards in there, you know, like Star
Yeah.
Wars, Marvel, and all that other stuff. Some of the guys that I've talked to, like Don Wynn, says he does pretty good at those shows, doing superhero cards sketches there. So yeah, it's something to watch and or that might be worthy for us artists.
It's a world that
get
I just
into.
can't comprehend. Like they're like, oh, here's a Babe Ruth card. It's $3,000. I'm like, this sketch is 20. It's Batman.
I wonder if I have any baseball cards.
Janimal is frozen.
Is anybody else frozen?
You're frozen on my end. Unless you're meditating.
Oh, even JT froze. Maybe it's us now.
Am I? I'm here. I'm here.
I notice the audio keeps dropping out, but that's the only thing I'm hearing.
Yeah, right? So Jyn. Like,
Jyn, that's
sometimes
looking gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Sometimes JT and Janimal, you guys sound like audio's dropping a bit.
Oh, really?
You can't do
That's
anything.
on you guys' end, Mel and Mog. Everybody else is good.
How's it now?
Oh,
I think your connection is
Tito.
yeah, Mel and Mog. I think your connection is weak.
Oh,
Okay.
it's us.
It's us. It's this new setup. We're hoping to get our regular setup by next week, but we just had some equipment that just went funky on us, so now we had to order like new parts. We should have that by next week, and then we'll be back on par again. All right, so let's take a look around the room and see what we have so far. That the coloring of that Spider-Man is looking really good, JT.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see if we can get a close-up on that.
It's gorgeous.
That yellow is
very
fantastic.
warm. It's not just
That's really
primary
popping.
yellow. Yeah.
It's that
Yeah,
orange
I didn't know
gold
what to
as
do
well.
for the. I didn't know what to do for the background, so I thought of. I know that's yellow in the background of Mary Jane's first appearance, so figured I'd go for that.
Mm.
Is that a Copic Y15?
Oh God, what is this? I think it's a knockoff, actually.
I like to use those Oohoo markers. Those are pretty good to, on a pinch.
Artist's Loft.
Oh, that's the Michaels one.
Yeah, Artist
that's the
Lock is
Michael's one, yep.
it's pretty well
Because I
known.
mean, you know, like the relatives get me like Michael's gift cards for Christmas and things like that. So I'm always like, all right, let's do this.
All right, let's take a look at your Snake Eyes Janimal.
What happened?
Let's take a look at your piece. There you go. Who's that? Somebody was asking for that. Snake Eyes on karaoke.
So cute.
Looking
I
for
have
a
loose
40 on
cartoony
that.
style.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
And now, Mog, let's take a look at yours.
I think Kyle can put me on.
And here he comes.
Oh, that's cool.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
I love when you do those black backgrounds. It's always interesting to watch.
Yeah, me too, man. I really like doing the black because sometimes after this, like I can do like a smoky effect coming out of her, like mist rising or like dots. Just has a more.
You may want to try it because these are a little bit easier to do, and they sell because of the effects that you can do on them. They sell really good at the shows.
Yeah, it's an eye catcher.
You may want to try that.
Thank
What is
you,
that?
Ilya.
I've been working on my own thing. Is that a scratch board?
No, this is just a black cardstock paper.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're kind of expensive because, but either way, it's just black paper, good quality black paper, and I just go pastel over it. And Ilya, thank you for the comments. You did buy my Moon Knight last time when I first started doing the black on white. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then we did a Spawn, I think, on the show after that, and that went also. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spawn was fun.
So there you go.
I love
Okay,
drawings.
and now we'll take a look at Jyn's Jessica Rabbit, which currently has a bid of 75
Oh,
from Mike Asbill.
Matthew Lionheart, thank you for the comments.
Hey, you look at that Jessica. It looks like it's like popping right off the
Yeah.
page. It's like it's getting lifted.
It's like she literally put like diamond studs on her or something.
Mhm.
That's what that black
Yeah.
does. It makes it look like it's lifting off the page.
I bet you, Jyn, if I was your boyfriend, if I give you like jewelry, you would like it.
She's a married woman,
No,
Mark.
but if I was a boyfriend and I give her a present like jewelry, like sparkling jewelry, I think Jyn would like it.
Most definitely. What woman doesn't?
Not all. You're right.
A majority, though. You can't go wrong with that. And Tiana, that you just saw there, has a bit of 50. So we are looking for the next bid on that. And there you have it. Mel, hint. Yeah, Ilya, that really doesn't work on Mog. She is the type that does not really like
I'm not the
jewelry.
type.
That's good for me.
I'm not
There's
the,
my,
I'm not the
there's my-
flower type.
Yeah, she's not her love language is not gifts, and she doesn't really care for expensive stuff.
So if you were like a boyfriend and you drive like suddenly drive this Porsche in front of me, it's like, hey babe, it would not impress me. It would not impress me.
I could impress her with a bottle of kimchi.
I like kimchi.
I'm so lucky.
No, I just find like what's inside. First of all, are you stupid? Because I can't stand stupidity. That's all I care about. Are you stupid? Are you kind? That's. I look inside. I don't like looking outside of people because it's so misleading. You can read a person so wrong.
So Andrew, I have cash laying around the house all over the place, and it's my way of testing Mog. I count it's all still there.
Yeah, I don't even take money from you. Yeah.
Oh boy, it wasn't hard to impress Mog.
No, I think your cooking really did it though.
Yeah, I think that's the cooking is what got her.
But you can cook. That's great.
Cook and clean, that's a package.
Oh my God, cooking and cleaning.
I learned how to do both of those things.
The thing is that when we were getting together, Mog said, Mel, I would cook and clean for you every day.
Yeah.
That's how I got hooked.
It never happened. It was the
Never
opposite.
happened. It was a big fat lie.
Was it in the vows?
No.
She does some cooking and cleaning, but
Thank God that was not
rarely.
in the vows. Thank God. Wow, JT, you're very devious mind.
when she said I can cook and clean for you every day, I should have realized that she didn't use the word promise.
Oh, Matthew said Jyn likes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles more than jewelry. Really? Wow. I didn't know you were a TMNT fan.
Yeah, a lot of people from that era that grew up with the Turtles love the Turtles. They have such a big, strong, loyal following, and that's why when those guys appear at the cons, they always have a line, even though they don't really work on the book anymore.
Yeah, JT was talking about language with that. My whole office is done up in Turtles and Ghostbusters.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. you also like Ghostbusters. Then what did you think about the one that they did where the girls became the Ghostbusters?
It wasn't bad.
That was bad. I really enjoyed it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. You know, it was just. I'll take anything that's nostalgia.
Yeah.
I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was freaking funny as hell. They weren't trying to replace it. It was just like, hey, this is just our version. You know, I don't even felt like that.
I was not a fan.
A lot of people surprised
I
me.
couldn't help but laugh at Holtzman. She became a favorite pretty quick.
Me too. I was laughing
Her
like
and Patty were. Yeah, her and Patty are too fun together.
it was hilarious. Yeah.
I like the new ones. I like Afterlife and Frozen Empire.
Frozen Empire was like it's. I like the popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I have that. The trap. Yeah, that was pretty
I have.
fun.
Oh, that's at home. I have the trap and I have the ecto.
Nice. I've Frozen Empire to me, it's like, you know, it's not like, you know, go on some all-time best list or anything. I just thought it was a fun adventure, like in and out, you know.
It was different, but it was interesting.
Sometimes I don't mind if something is like good enough, like it didn't like insult my intelligence and it wasn't the greatest thing ever. Like Jurassic Park 3, I'll actually stand up for that movie sometimes because it's like is like my cousin and I often joke and we say, dude, we'll watch a Jurassic Park movie, just like get them on the island. Like somebody forgot their keys on the island and that's the plot.
one
Like,
the one with Sam Neill or like the second of the new trilogy of the third trilogy.
oh no, I'm talking about Jurassic Park 3 as in the OG Jurassic Park 3, like
Yeah, it's
before
not
Jurassic
bad.
World. Yeah,
You know,
like sometimes a movie just like that pops up where it's like, oh, okay, this was just a fun little adventure. It's disposable, and it was like well made for what it is, you know? Like sometimes that's all I can ask for, and that's what I got out of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Is that one like what's your dirty guilty pleasure of a Jurassic Park movie? Like I like three. I can watch 2. I can't watch 3. Like the original one.
Yeah.
The third one was just like I don't. Nah.
The second one to me, that was an unfortunate case of that was one of the first like adult books I read as a kid. You know, I was probably in like I don't know, sixth or seventh grade, and I was like, oh, this is like, you know, like I'm starting to graduate into real books, and like I read The Lost World, and I was like, that was so cool. Oh my god, I can't wait for the movie. And then I saw the movie, and I'm like, this was nothing like the book. Like, what the hell happened? You know what I mean?
I liked about the book.
So that's my biggest problem with that. Like, there's some fun set pieces in that movie, but overall, I thought it was kind of garbage. Like, is well directed because it's Spielberg, but it's like the script is like laughably bad.
I watched the one with Scarlett Johansson, and like it was, you know, just it's like I know what I'm getting into, and I'd rather watch it on a big screen because I want to see dinosaurs on a big screen than watching it on my laptop. You know, like it was like, do I watch F1 or do I watch Jurassic Park? I want to see dinosaurs. You know, and then I look at it on Vudu and I'm like, do I just hit that buy it now? Like it's only $30. I've spent
I'm the same way. You know, if I watch it, I do want to watch it on a big screen because it's dinosaurs. You know, I just mainly want to see the dinosaurs, and I want to feel the immensity of it all.
The experience
and stuff.
of it.
Yeah.
Like, just...
And I know I'll get entertained to a certain extent, but will I be overall happy with it? Yeah, to some degree, sure. You know, it will entertain me and make me feel like I got my $5 worth on it. So yeah.
I mean, I think because when we were there when it first came out, Jurassic 1.
Yeah.
I mean, that was epic, right? Come on. So
yeah,
I'm just glad we were there. Not like we're these younger generations where we see it now again. It's like it could be the feeling is gone, but yeah.
Did anyone ever have, when the original Jurassic Park came out, it was this huge soda cup that looked like it was like granite or marble of the T-Rex wrapping around chasing the Jeep? And I remember it, and I wish I kept it because by the end it just sat underneath our sink, and that's where we put the sponges when we would clean the floors. And I just wish I kept it because it would have looked cool at on my desk or at a show.
Wow.
I have the Hulk popcorn bucket, the one where it makes no sense. It's the Hulk, it's Red Hulk pushing a big popcorn bucket. It was the dumbest purchase, but I bring it to a local show, I put candy in it, and it makes people stop and talk. And
nice.
That's how it's like a casino. I'm going to keep you at my table as much as I can.
Right.
You kept that thing all these years?
No, I lost it, and I wish. Sometimes I look on eBay, and I don't want to find it because I'm going to cry because I'm going to want to buy it.
Okay. That still is awesome that you did that.
Really, Jurassic Park? You mean this last Jurassic Park made more than Superman and Fantastic Four combined?
No, there's no. It's already on demand for purchase.
At the moment, Rook Piece is saying at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Wait. It runs its course.
Rocketeer Pizza Hut Cup. Wow.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree because
I love Rocketeer.
Rook Piece is talking about Jurassic Park #1 when it first came out.
Oh, okay.
Then I can totally believe it. Of course. It was.
All right. If you're talking about #1, yeah.
I was living in Japan.
Superman at 4 million is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Superman a lot. I didn't see Fantastic Four. I'm not going to check that out. I don't really care.
Okay, don't spoil it for us. I didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, we just saw Fantastic Four this past weekend.
Did you watch it in Omaha?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where was the movie theater?
AMC.
Okay.
It was about 4 miles away, but ticket prices. I'm used to paying $5, and it was like $16 over there. So that was a big jump. But then I'm going. Well, you know what? I'm on freaking vacation, man. I'm gonna pay for it. But then Fung actually ended up treating us out of the blue. So hey, I got to watch it for free. Yeah. So, and she's at Fan Expo Boston this week.
Oh, is she
doing these 2 cons back to back? So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm chasing the highs. So I'm going to be at 2 comic shops, one in Glendale and one in Tempe this weekend. Like I'm just like, you want to. You miss the vibe, and I just want to do it. I don't like when you have to go back to civilian life. It sucks.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
It's always the post. It's not even con credits. Post con sadness.
Yeah. Right.
You get depressed.
Like I was a rock star for like 3 days, and now I gotta go deal with you.
Jurassic World Rebirth is at 76.8. 768. Oh, okay. That is pretty good.
Rad reality effective disorder.
I do want to go watch that. I haven't gotten that. We're just waiting for Mog to get some free time.
Sometimes, do you feel like when people drag you to a movie theater and you watch it and you're thinking this is so dumb and you're crying inside, and then everybody around you says this is the best movie ever? Have you had those experiences? Have you ever had those experiences? I wonder.
That's happened to me. I think I am such a huge Spider-Man comic book fan. At least I was growing up, and like No Way Home, the one with all the cameos and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just kind of groaning in the movie, like, the comics are so much better. What the hell is all this crap? Like, why are all the villains good guys that just need to be cured? Like, what's going on? Then everybody else was like, yay, Toby, yay. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell? I think people are warming up to that being just kind of a dog and pony show, that movie, though. I'm starting to have a problem my brother did. I used to make fun of my brother for this. I'm like, every time my brother would see a movie that everybody, including myself, would be stoked on, like, you know how it's like people love a movie when it comes out and then they think about it for a few weeks and then they're like, oh, that wasn't that great, was it? My brother
that's what Mog does.
I'm sorry.
My brother is the kind of guy who would like say the thing that you're not supposed to say when you're out of the movie with a high. He'll be like,
Oh
"What the hell?"
no!
He'll be like, "What the hell was that piece of crap plot hole that everybody will be talking about?" It's basically
Oh, like,
everything.
hey, they killed Han Solo.
Yeah, it's like everything that everybody will be talking about in a few weeks. My brother would always say first, and like now I've kind of become that guy, and like so I don't know. When I walked out of No Way Home, I was like, I don't know, that wasn't that great, and everybody around me is like, "Are you kidding me? That's the greatest thing I've ever seen." And now it's been a few months, or I mean years, and like people are like, "Oh yeah, maybe it's not that great."
Wow.
Do you like the new suit that they showed pictures of?
Oh yeah, looks great. Like I don't know, the less like confusing ass MCU lore that's in it, the better. I just like if it's just like Spider-Man versus Hulk and Punisher and the Scorpions in there or whatever's going on, I'll be like, all right, cool. But if they start getting into like everybody forgot who he is and we need to bring Doctor Strange back and there's going to be a multiverse, I'm going to be like, I'm out, you know. So I don't know.
Mm.
So
But
you would like
suit looks
Fantastic
amazing.
Four then? Because Fantastic Four just says this is it. You don't have to know anything before or after. This is the moment, and then So I kind of like Fantastic Four for doing that.
I'm a little naysay on Fantastic Four. I'm a huge Nor and Rad fan. Like I worship at the altar of those like John Buscema, Stan Lee, Silver Surfer comics. So not really happy that they went with the Earth X Shell Bell. And I also kind of think the 60s aesthetic is weird. Like I don't know why the Fantastic Four takes place in the Jetsons or the Fallout universe. Like I don't get
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Because they were always supposed to be contemporary, even in the 60s. You know what I mean? So like I don't get I know some people are into that because they kind of find the Fantastic Four to be kitschy, but I actually read Fantastic Four comics and I don't consider them kitschy. I just consider them fun. So I don't know.
Mm.
So this month, again, I work at a library, and Mondays we do movie nights. And the last Monday of this month, we're going to show the Doom documentary about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four.
Oh, is there a documentary about that?
Yeah, it's called Doom. You can get it. I think it's on like Amazon. You can just stream it.
Well, thanks for that info. I will watch that.
So in this weird world, I'm decent friends. Like hey, Joe, how's it going? With Joseph Culp, who was the OG Doctor Doom.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was this close to having him come out for this one day show that I run, and we were going to screen the movie at my library. He was going to do a little Q&A afterwards, but then he's like, "Jan, I booked a gig in Germany." I'm like, "Joe, take the gig in Germany. That's money." That's like it was like a dinner and a hotel for like 2 days. But to his credit, he did like a cameo for me for last year's Fan Fusion. And then he was like, "Hey, I'm filming something for Netflix. I can't tell you what it is, but he's in a suit or something." And then I find out it's the Menendez Brothers Netflix movie. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's cool."
Nice.
But I'm hoping I can have him out to actually come do a talk about the movie.
So is he still like
it's
a
a really
working
good
actor?
one. What happened?
Is he still like a working actor?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's musician, everything, and just a good guy.
Nice.
So I met him, I think 2015. He was doing a film screening for like an indie movie he was doing, and I drew him as Dr. Doom on a Fantastic Four blank, and he signed it, and I gave it to him. So that's kind of how we became friends.
Nice.
And yeah, he signed the movie poster, and then Marty, the guy who directed the movie, is like, "Hey, let me give you Marty's email." I said, "Marty, can I show the movie?" He's like, "Yeah, here's a copy of the movie on Blu-ray." He's like, "Do you want the Fantastic Four one too?" I'm like, "I mean, sure." So and I haven't. It's a pretty decent rip. It's a better version than the little beat up DVD copy that I bought at a show like 10, 15 years ago that was ripped off of a VHS.
Right.
But the documentary, they got done dirty. Like and it's like it sucks. But
did they tell them it was going to be released and all that?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
But they get their flowers in the movie, in the new one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the new movie when it's like on Disney or something. But I'm just kind of, I don't know. I like Fantastic Four comics better. Like I'd rather read like a John Byrne Fantastic Four comic than watch like a goofy alternate universe movie of them, if that makes sense.
And there's Karaoke Snake Eyes once again, looking for a bit of 40 on that. Get those bids in. You got about 4 minutes or so left on
Let
there.
me show my art.
Let's take a look at the Cyberpunk Batgirl on black paper. And Christina puts in a bid on the Spider-Man for 55. Thank you for that, Christina.
Oh, MJ. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Christina. Hello.
And Kyle, we're ready to look at Mog's Cyberpunk Batgirl. If you can bring that up, please.
You got me clicking on too many things at the same time here, Mel. I only have one hand.
That's why you're in the background.
Mog, how big is that? 9 by 12?
That's an 18 by 24.
Oh wow, that's a big one.
No, that's it's a
my hand
9 by 12, 9 by 11, 8.5 by 11. Yeah, letter size.
So,
yeah,
it's kind of hard because
That's so cool.
Okay. Next week I will bring an 18 by 24 piece to show you that you can bid on.
Really?
I just don't know which one
Are
yet.
you gonna paint on it, Mel? Is it you painting?
No, it's yours.
Oh.
And if we can look at Jyn's.
Jyn, beautiful work.
Jessica Rabbit has a bid of 75. Looking for the next bid on that. Look at it, it pops right off the page. Has that 3D effect look. Tiana has a bid of 50. Looking for the next one on that.
Wow, look at that.
Great coloring.
That's gorgeous. Love it.
All right, and then let's look at JT's Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Very classic look here.
I'll toss in some Sapphire
Fits that
Spectre.
Cooper really well too.
Oh my God, it really does.
Yeah.
With all the little art around it.
What issue was that? I didn't have that in my pull box. That's a good one.
Number 6, I guess. This is this was only available through J. Scott Campbell's website because this is all JSC drawings on the side.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what, Stevie B, girls doing makeup, I have a couple friends who does makeup, and it's like takes forever. So I understand your pain.
And there you go. Janimal's got all the elements to make you feel like you are in a karaoke bar. All right, guys, and before we go, share your links.
Yes.
On the comments there if you can, and everybody knows where to find you. We have 3 minutes to go here, according to Kyle.
Is it the chat? Everybody in the studio? Is that where you put it?
Yeah, put it in private chat.
Chat, I will share the links.
Okay,
there you go.
I'll just.
Now remember, Kyle's only got 2 hands. He can only do this. Not that fast.
I really only have one because I'm still trying to work on the local comic shop day with my other hand.
Oh, there you go. And you will hear more about that in the weeks to come. So make sure you hit that follow button so that way you can stay informed.
You know, Mel, don't you ever find like some girls, it takes 1 hour to make up their face? And in my head, I'm thinking, you still look the same. Why are you putting this much effort? But
well, some girls do that.
That's just my logical brain talking, like the inner critique. I hate that.
I've been with girls that can take like 2 to 3 hours to put their face on.
Yeah.
And,
crazy.
Yeah.
I finished just in time. Yay!
Yay! You did?
There you go. And you can. That's where you can find JT everywhere.
So that's his Instagram. James
Facebook.
Molloy.
He's got a Kickstarter on a Sapphire Spectre.
Yeah.
Boom. Check that out.
When they're live. There won't be another one for a couple weeks.
I might get a lot of lashback from other ladies for saying so. I'm sorry. But I never was a regular girl growing up. I was more like a guy. I think that's why I ended up having guy friends a lot more than girls.
By the way, I draw on Procreate a lot. I've been drawing digitally a whole lot lately, so I haven't drawn anything with actual markers and stuff in a few weeks. And I'm surprised they didn't try to do this, where you like tap with two hands to undo what you did. Right? Has anybody else
Enlarged.
done that? Has anybody else done that where you try to like you fuck up and then can I swear? Oops, sorry. Like and then you tap on it and you're like, why isn't it undoing? Oh right, this is real.
You know what I do is I always like to flip it to check out my anatomy if it's correct, right?
Yeah.
So I keep trying to tap to flip horizontal or vertical all the time, and realize I can't do it on a live drawing. I'm like, oh crap, I missed it so bad. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. And sometimes I do. There's like a button for undo. I wanted to undo, but yeah.
Exactly. That's what I do. The two tap thing.
Next week on SketchUp, we will have Carissa Grant comes back. We also have Jason Metcalf, amazing artist. If you don't know who he is, so I'm happy to have him. And I think
really good artist.
Right.
You should try to get Chris if you can, Mel.
What's that?
Have get Jeruso on when he's free.
The Marvel, the Chris artist we just met.
Yeah, the one who had dinner with us.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, and I did tell him that I will contact him and get him on. I'm actually trying to.
I think he's at Terrificon this weekend. So.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding us, Janimal.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
But there's a bunch of people that I am trying to schedule now. One of the things that I'm trying to schedule is an image night, where I'll be having a lot of the former image artists come on, like Ebass, John Stinsman, who's been here before, Norm Ratman, Mickey, Danny Mickey is another one.
I mean, we're gonna have Chris Lee.
Chris Lee is scheduled. I'm going to schedule him for a special night that I'm thinking of calling it Asian Persuasion, where I have a bunch of Asian guys come on, but I'm saving him for that. So I've got some special things going on, and I'm hoping that I can get them. I know Jim, I know Rob. I'm not going to ask them. I know what the answer is going to be, so I'm not going to waste my time.
Anyway, Ilya said, Mel and Mog, send me a picture of the back girl. Yeah, I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So time is up. Make sure you fill out that form. Stay tuned on next week. We'll have an amazing cast here. And like I said, I'll bring out an 18 by 24 that Mog has done and put that up for either claim or auction. I'll think about that.
I think Brooke also asked for
All right, okay, can you show that one more time? Do you have that?
No, I think they're asking you to send it so they can see it in detail because the quality might not.
Okay, well, one more look for you guys just in case. Okay.
It's kind of hard to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that has not received a bid yet. Okay, so if somebody wants to secure it, you can secure it now. Other than that, thank you guys for being on the show. Love having you.
This was fun. I like this.
Definitely have you guys back again. Fantastic. All right. So
this was killer. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. Nice meeting you all.
All right.
Good to see you.
Take care, guys. Good night.